Hi guys, my name is Tolulokpe, the movie talkative, and on this page I talk about movies that can help you enjoy your leisure time and at the same time keep you inspired. So today I'll be talking about an interesting movie titled Within Me. Within Me is the story of a fine young little guy called Craig who was supposed to travel abroad to further his studies, but something surprising came up.
Like I said, this is my daughter. She and your son attend the same school, and I just found out she's pregnant. And questioning her, she mentioned that your son here is responsible.
What?
So, what are the lessons from the movie? One, I believe that parents should do better when it comes to their kids being pregnant or to have impregnated a lady. I remembered when I talked about sister on my page, someone gave a comment that parents should do better. In this movie as well, there are better ways to handle pregnancy from teenagers or pregnancy from your children. I couldn't believe that Ella's mom will outrightly throw her daughter out of the house with pregnancy in her stomach. I feel that's not the best way to go about it. Parents should make their children bear the consequences of their actions, but as well guide them in line to bear those consequences in the best way possible and still show them love even in their mistake. That is how kids will be able to learn that this thing I've done is wrong, but yet it doesn't change the affection that my mom or that my dad have for me.
Do you want to get rid of it?
No. Since you've made the decision for yourself, I don't want to see you anywhere near the house. I don't want to see you anywhere near me or my property. I don't want to ever set my eyes on you again.
Miss Frida.
Biologically and culturally, women are always at the receiving end of something like this. They are the ones that will carry the baby for 9 months on their back, carry the baby for 3 years. They get to change their name from their own parents' name to the guy's name. They're always at the receiving end, and I always tell young females that are around me that you need to be careful when you're in a relationship with a guy. Don't make your emotions make you do some things that you are not ready to do. When Ella came to Craig's house and there was back and forth if he was the father of the child, then I asked myself, is it that the DNA test cannot be done for an unborn child? So I made a research and I found out that there's something they call prenatal paternity test, also known as non-invasive prenatal paternity test. So that test can be carried on from a baby that has been 7 weeks old. They should have carried out that test to know if Craig was actually the father of the baby. But you know, in Africa now, in the country that we live in, once a girl brings the pregnancy to the guy's house, once the guy denies it, that's the end of it. A prenatal paternity test can actually be carried out 7 weeks after the pregnancy.
Hey baby, I love you so much.
In respect to relationship between younger folks, I will not advise it, but be careful when you start a relationship when someone else is fully responsible for you. There's no point. Why will you start a relationship when majority of your needs are met by another person? There's another person that is meeting your basic needs and you are still fully responsible, like you are being catered for by another person. I just think it's not wise to start a relationship at that time. Lesson 3. It takes two to tango. A lady will not just get pregnant by herself. The last time that happened was when Jesus Christ came on earth. But that's by the way. A lady will not just get pregnant by herself. Someone must have impregnated her.
But Dad, why don't you believe me?
Don't you tell me that nonsense! There's no justification for this stupidity, and I'm never going to accept it. If that's what you expect.
So I think it's injustice to put the whole responsibility, to put the whole blame on the female or on the girl child. Yes, it's fine. Parents should trust their kids. Parents should back their kids. Parents should believe in their kids, but not trust them that they cannot do something funny, and not trust them at the detriment of another child. Because if someone comes and say, your child has impregnated my own child, yes, trust them, believe them, they cannot do it, but be open to doubts, because anything can happen these days. Parents should trust their kids, but parents should also know when their kids are lying. Your kid can deny something that he did, all because he doesn't want to lose your love. He doesn't want to be castigated as a teenage father or something like that. But parents should trust your child, but also know when your child is lying.
Wait, madam. I don't know your name. But if my son here said he didn't, then he didn't, and I believe him.
I was so mad and pissed at Craig's mom when she was giving Ella attitude, when she trusted her own son, even when her husband was seeing signs that, my child could be wrong.
That poor girl is currently going through hell and high waters because of her son's irresponsibility. And hear yourself. You expect me to leave her out there in the cold?
I was pissed when Craig's mother was going against the direction and the way her husband wants to handle the whole issue. I feel like because we are partners and because we are married, we are parents to this child, we are supposed to correct this child together. I was pissed that her husband would be saying one thing and she'll be saying another thing, to the point that they were arguing in front of their child and Ella. I was like, what is this now?
This girl has no place here now, eh?
Oh, really?
She has no place here.
Really? And who gave you the right to say that? Who gave you the audacity to make such a comment in my house? Young man, listen. This is my house. And I alone have the right and the authority to determine who comes and who goes. Do you understand?
Oh, no. That's not true. That's not true.
Once your child see that you guys agree on the same thing, it creates a force and authority for them to obey. Lesson 4, selfishness. I have found out that behind every irresponsibility is selfishness. The reason why someone will borrow money from their friend and not return it is because they are selfish.
I can explain.
At the base or at the foundation of every wrong or even evil, you will always find selfishness there.
That silly girl, like you called her, it's someone's daughter, Rosaline. So do you expect her to stay here and try to get by herself while your son lives to Canada and continue to live his life? Is that what?
It is selfishness to not take responsibility for your action. Now, I'm not judging Craig. If I'm in Craig's shoes at that time as a teenager, I might have done worse. Probably carry my bag and run out of the house or disappear or be out of nowhere. I'm not judging Craig, but I'm judging Craig's action. It's selfish. We did it together. So when we are reaping the result of our actions, you don't have to be a coward. You don't have to show signs of irresponsibility. You own up to it. Thank God his parents were rich. His parents could help him navigate that period. He should have just come out straight and come out clean. But denying your actions are signs of irresponsibility. And the base of irresponsibility is selfishness.
Me, I will stay here in this Nigeria.
Yes! You remain in Nigeria because Ella is your responsibility.
Okay, and lastly, the height of the movie for me was Craig's father. May God keep blessing us with such fathers in our community. Like, it just showed that we need fathers in our community, we need fathers in our homes, we need fathers in our society. We cannot remove or subtract from the role of fatherhood in the growth of any child.
As your father, I wanted you to know that I really do love you. I by no means hold you in judgment or in contempt regarding your mistakes and your choices. But it is my duty that I guide you, that you do not chance away your immortal soul unto eternal damnation.
Fatherhood is a calling, a call into critical thinking and emotional intelligence. It is a call unto sacrifice and standing for truth against all odds. It is a call not to allow love and sentiment becloud your judgment and decision. It is a call to have compassion even for other people's children. It is a call to protect. It is a call to watch, and it is a call to guide. I hope for every young guys out there, one of your ambition or one of your goals or one of your greatest desire is to be a good father to your children. And I hope that you achieve those goals. So that's all from me on Within Me. I hope you get to see the movie, and I also urge you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on all the social media platforms. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.